Buenas gente, que estaba muteado. Bienvenidos de nuevo al canal, a un nuevo vídeo de L.A. Noire o Noir, o como coño se diga. Vamos a reanudar donde lo dejamos el día anterior, el vídeo anterior, que no sé cuánto se verá repetido. Ay, mira. Pues vamos aquí. Estaba aquí en el tercer 5. 304. ¿Ves? Eso es. No, 305 no.
Maldonado is in apartment 304.
Venga. Y como no sé pelear, vamos a mirar una cosa, a ver. Opciones, controles. Ayuda de tiro, baja. Sensibilidad de tiro. Bien, pues no pone nada de... Subtítulos. ¿Sí o no? Solo pone. Vale, me parece muy bien. Pues al piso de arriba del todo.
Phelps, this could turn ugly.
Right.
Forget about knocking. Let's take our boy by surprise.
Hey, what the fuck?
LAPD, motherfucker, you're under arrest.
Ahí va.
I got a...
Hola, que hostia me ha dado.
Now look. I got nothing to say to you.
This is going to end.
Es que solo pone para esquivar, no pone para golpear. No, por lo menos.
You want to back off. All right? If you really want to dance.
Me estoy esquivando. Nada, que no lo esquivo. Bueno, por lo menos. Y porque estoy apretando al L2. Si no, ni esquiva. Y eso no lo pone.
This is going to end in tears. Stand down.
Venga, vamos a dejar, creo que
Now
esto...
look. I don't want no trouble, see? I got nothing to say to you.
Vamos. Otro. Venga, pégame. Ahí. Caso fallido, agente abatido. Pulsa X para continuar. Ya estoy pulsando X. Va a dejar que me abata todo el rato. A ver.
Phelps, this could turn ugly. Forget about knocking. Let's take our boy by surprise.
Hey, what the fuck?
LAPD, motherfucker, you're under arrest.
Venga. Pégame. Ahí. Vamos, otro.
I don't
Otro.
want no trouble, see?
Otro. Venga, pégame. Abate a
I
mí.
got nothing to say to you.
Venga, que ponga que esto... Ah, pues todavía no. Tiene que pasar otro, seguro.
Phelps, this could turn ugly. Forget about knocking. Let's take our boy by surprise.
Hey, what the fuck?
LAPD, motherfucker, you're under arrest. I got 100 pounds on your wife.
Venga, muy buena, muy buena.
Now look, I don't want no trouble, see? I got
Vamos.
nothing to say to you.
Venga, báteme otra vez. A ver si estamos haciendo el gilipollas aquí. ¿Ves? No. Sí.
Damn. They got some decent shots in there. Cuff these sons of bitches, Phelps.
LAPD, you two are under arrest. Call for some backup, Finbar.
Galloway, badge number 564. I need a prowl car at the apartment building 330 North Hill Street. 2 suspects need transporting to Central.
Your wife has been murdered, Angel.
Antonia? Oh, God, no!
Where were you last night, Angel?
I was here with my brother the whole night, God damn it! You think I'd kill my own wife?
Hombre, según lo dices, pues no lo
Get the whole
parece.
place going over. Then talk to the neighbors.
Claro.
And Phelps, I don't care that you just got
Vamos
stabbed.
primero a mirar antes de preguntar a los vecinos. A ver, aquí no hay nada. Ay.
It doesn't appear to be connected.
¿Y por qué antes no decía nada de que no tenía relación en ningún sitio? Vale, aquí no hay nada. La cocina.
Just picked fruit market.
Un
I wonder
fontanero.
if Angel gets all his groceries from this place.
Vale. El Dorado. Vale, el Dorado. Nuevo lugar.
The El Dorado.
Investiga el Dorado. Muy bien. Venga. Sangre.
This will take some explaining.
No se puede mover nada. Pues nada. Aquí no hay nada. Ahí parece
Maybe
que
one of
se
the
puede
neighbors
abrir.
took notice of Angel's movements. He's got no alibi. He's toast.
Ah, esto es para salir al parking. Vale. Nos vamos a preguntar a los vecinos. Que creo que no hay más habitaciones, ¿no? ¿O sí? Mira. Ah.
What do you want?
LAPD, we're making some inquiries.
Make it quick. I worked nights.
So you weren't home last night?
No, I was at work.
You know nothing about Mrs. Maldonado fighting with her husband?
Those two, they're always screaming the place down.
Thanks.
De nada, vamos. Aquí están las escaleras. Aquí hay un balcón. Cerrado.
We need to go around to the front.
Oh,
Sorry about that. I'm playing with my kids.
LAPD, were you here last night?
Yeah. My wife and I are separated, and I had the kids last night. I put them to bed early and went to bed myself.
Thanks.
ajá. A ver.
Hello.
LAPD, ma'am.
Hello.
Did you hear a disturbance last night?
Yes. Yes, I did. Mrs. Maldonado lit out of here, and her husband ran out after her.
You saw this, Miss?
Aranda. I had the door open a crack.
Did you see Mr. Maldonado come back inside after he ran out?
No. I didn't.
Thanks. We'll be in touch.
The hired help at the El Dorado might have seen the broad the night she died. Maybe the regulars, too. You should check it out.
Claro. Pues vamos al Dorado. No, por aquí. El coche la tenemos ahí, ese es. Que por el lado y luego Fontanet.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Fine. Where are we headed?
Al bar.
Car 11K, Car 11K, come in.
Ah, que no ha venido todavía. Joder.
Car 11K, Car 11K, come in. Car 11K, Car 11K, come in.
KGPL, 11 King, over.
11K, Captain Donnelly and Detective Sergeant Finis Brown urgently request your presence at Central. A new letter
Ha
has been
aparecido
found.
otra carta.
11K, en route.
Pues si nos mandan a la central, pues ya quedamos en la central. Si nos mandan al bar, pues ya miramos el bar. No, esta es la central.
The captain is waiting for you downstairs with Pinker.
Venga, voy detrás de ti. Compañero.
I'm going to memorize your name and
Hola.
throw my head away.
Habla sola esa señora, ¿eh? Está loca, muy loca. Muy loca está esa señora.
Boys, come on in. Phelps, have you met Finis Brown?
Pleased to meet you, sir.
This information is confidential and doesn't leave this room.
The new letter was left in the back seat of a cab. The driver thinks it was put through the window and not left by a customer.
We're checking all this fares back 24 hours regardless.
Good.
Like the previous letters, it's been assembled from headlines and typed from the Times and Examiner, then glued to an envelope.
What is the other note?
This one? That's also new. A poem, hand-typed.
Do you mind if I take a look?
Go ahead. We've been over
Adelante.
both documents pretty carefully. They've been wiped with gasoline, so there's no chance of prints.
He cambiado de idea. No querrás hacer un trato justo.
That's the message from the Celine Henry case.
Ah, jódete. acumuladas en tu alma por esta maldición. Malas acciones y maldito tú, que el bien contemplas. Infinito como el universo mismo. Tú y la mortificadora soledad que anhelas. Horrible imagen de poder tranquilo. Aunque ahora reposas, la hora llega, en la que tal como eres, en tu interior te muestras, y tras muchos crímenes falsos e inútiles cometidos, lenta caída por espacio y tiempo infinitos, el desprecio decidido.
Heap upon thy soul by virtue of this curse.
That's why we called you in.
Do you think it's original?
Not unless he's a genius.
You like this nutjob's poem?
No, I like Shelley. It was written at least 100 years ago.
Shelley. Sure, I knew that.
You see, Finis? I told you this lad was a bright boy.
Sure, but what does it got to do with the case?
Prometheus Unbound. Prometheus was a titan, a superhuman character who defied the gods to bring fire to humanity.
The Dahlia guy believes he's Superman.
Your guess is as good as mine. One thing for sure is that he's educated. What about the link to the Henry case?
He could have got the wording from the papers. As you said, he is fiendishly clever and takes pleasure in taunting us. What's happening with the Maldonado case?
We have the husband in custody. We haven't interviewed him yet.
Well, upstairs then, lads, and see if we can break him.
Nuevo objetivo. Habla con Ángel Maldonado. No, pero yo creo que mejor primero es ir al... A ver, ¿dónde vas? Bueno, pues si va adelante le sigo. Nos vamos a interrogar sin ir al...
Hey, Cole, let's get moving.
I want to make homicide. I mean, you know you've made it if you got that.
Improved your attitude, Angel?
What do you want me to say? I was with Antonia the night she died, but she left the apartment, and that was the last time I saw her.
Último contacto con la
So your
víctima.
wife paid you a visit last night. What time was that?
Late, around midnight, maybe? She didn't stay long.
Yo antes que
You're lying,
acusó.
Angel. You went after her. I think you killed her.
You're out of your mind. My brother will tell you I was at home.
Rastro de sangre, sombrero, efectos personales, nota de llave, fotografía de la pulsera, carta del abogado, ventana rota, barra de hierro, collar religioso.
We have a witness who confirms that you were arguing, that your wife ran out, that you followed her, and didn't come back.
I know this looks bad, but it's not true. We argued, all right, but she went out and I went out after her, and she jumped in a car on the corner.
There was a car waiting for her? Can you describe the driver?
Not the driver. It was too dark. But the car.
Pero el coche.
It was a brown Ford Coupe.
Ole, he acertado.
When
Joyas
we found your
desaparecidas.
wife, her jewelry had been removed. Was she wearing her religious medallion last night?
Sure. She always wore that.
Estás mintiendo.
I think you killed her, stripped the body of jewelry, and then went back to her apartment for the bracelet.
You should get a better hat. The sun is getting to your head.
El collar.
I've told you the truth.
Pues
You
no.
don't believe me?
He fallado.
You can go to hell.
Trámites de
You and your wife
divorcio.
weren't getting along. She was divorcing you. Is that why you killed her?
We fought, yeah, but we weren't getting a divorce.
Oh, si es que estás
I don't
mintiendo
believe
todo el
you.
rato, hijo.
She'd been granted a decree nisi. She pushed you too far, and you lashed out.
I told you. I wouldn't accept a divorce.
Carta del abogado.
The judge had set a date. You were going to be paraded in front of the whole city for your cruelty to her, Angel.
Antonia. Oh, Jesus. She came in drunk, out of her mind. She doesn't normally drink. She was looking around in her bag. Said she wanted to serve me papers. Me, her own husband. So I slapped her down. She ran out. That's the truth.
What size shoe do you wear, Angel?
Size 8. What difference does that make?
Camisa ensangrentada.
Your wife has been brutally murdered. So how do you explain your shirt being covered in blood?
You found that? I cut myself
Joder,
shaving.
pues hijo. Se cortó afeitando. Vamos, venga, chaval.
You're lying through your teeth. You killed her and your brother's in on it.
You don't know what you're saying. Why would I do that? Hippolito's my brother. But he would never lie for me about killing Antonia. He knows he'd go to hell for that.
One last question, Angel.
Bueno, he acertado
Do
dos.
the
No está nada
words
mal.
kiss the blood mean anything to you?
No. Sounds sick to me.
You're not in the clear by any means, Angel. You're going back into a cell. You should think about whether you have anything else you need to share with us.
Ya estamos, ¿no?
Can you drive to this one?
And where exactly are we going?
Venga, al bar El Dorado, que es donde teníamos pensado ir.
You don't think it's strange that all these murders are happening to girls who've been out drinking?
No. A broad drinks, she gets a bit tight, she starts mouthing off. This leads to that, and she ends up in an alleyway. It's a sad story, but this town's seen it play out 1,000 times, Cole.
Why don't you want to see a connection here?
Because there are perfectly good real-life suspects for every one of these murders.
Es
We don't
verdad,
need to go
hay
looking for the
sospechosos
monster under the
reales.
bed.
Pero, no sé. No lo veo. Yo creo que todos los casos están relacionados.
What can I get you?
LAPD. Detectives Phelps and Galloway.
Diego Aguilar. How can I help?
You worked the bar last night?
Yeah. Me and a temp guy from the agency.
Did you have a woman in here last night? 21 years old, Hispanic, drinking heavily?
We have a lot of ladies like that in here. But yeah, I know who you mean. Antonia Maldonado. Oh, what did she do?
She was murdered last night.
Oh, shit.
Do you know her well? Was she a regular?
Hell no. She was good and tight last night, complaining about her old man. It's a story you get used to working in a bar. She was so hammered last night, she left a letter on the bar. I'll show you.
Sam has taken me to Palm Springs for the weekend.
Bueno, vaya, iba a decir es corta, pero no. Condado de Los Ángeles. El día 8 de agosto, Antonio Maldonado presentó una petición del Tribunal Superior de California en la que solicitaba que se aceptara por los motivos expuestos en la misma su divorcio del matrimonio que contrajo con usted, Ángel Maldonado. Ordenamos por tanto al acusado, Ángel Maldonado, que exponga cualquier otro tipo de asunto o excusa central del Estado de California el miércoles 17 de septiembre de 1947 para que pueda así responder a la solicitud de divorcio matrimonial que presenta la mencionada Antonia Maldonado con motivo de la crueldad de su marido y para que pueda ofrecer sus razones, si tiene alguna, por las que la demandante Antonio Manuel, su esposa, no debe divorciarse de esta unión matrimonial. Testifica el honorable juez del Tribunal de California a día 11 de agosto en el año del señor 1947.
Divorce papers. Did you open them?
No need to. She was shouting about it and waving the letter around. Said she was gonna show him.
Joyas desaparecidas.
Can you remember what jewelry she was wearing?
She had a necklace. Some kind of religious thing, I think.
Sí,
The
señor.
temp guy would have more of an idea. She took the beer he served her and cried into it all night.
What time did she leave?
Can't say for sure.
Venga, Poli, bueno, que estás
Did she leave
cooperando, yo
with
creo.
anyone?
No. She wanted a cab, but my payphone ain't working, so I couldn't call her one.
Pues he fallado.
Did Antonia say where she was going when she left?
She said she was gonna serve the papers on the husband. Said that would take the smile off his face. If you ask me, she was scared. And the drink was for Dutch courage.
So you let a 21-year-old girl who was stone drunk just walk off into the night?
I'm sorry about what happened, I really am. But I pour drinks. I don't claim to have the answers to everyone's problems.
Why
Pues
are you
allá las
stalling
dos.
us, Aguilar? You're making yourself a suspect.
All I tried to do was help. And you come in here, into my bar, and you start asking me these questions.
What's your shoe size?
What? I take a broad 9, wide feet.
Sam has taken me to Palm Springs for the weekend.
Ya está.
My eggs were running.
Say, honey, what time do you get off work?
Vamos a dar una vuelta por aquí.
I think he's a bit of a ganguero, but treats me nice.
Ah, mi compañero ya está fuera, que sí, en el coche.
He drove me up to Mulholland.
¿Ves? Joder, cómo se las gasta. Ah, no.
You know the way. You can drive.
Bueno, luego volvemos.
Fine. Where are we headed?
Another letter? I thought the letter was from a nut.
These letters? Brown and Hanson believe they are genuine. From him.
Now we sent another.
You know, I really hate this fuck. This Black Dahlia guy. Have you seen the body? Fucking case just gnaws away at your guts. Hollywood. Every prom queen from every fucking hick town in America turns up here. Where do they end up? Gutted on the fucking side.
Anda atravesado él.
The handbag was left just up there, overlooking the market.
Could have come here from the start and saved ourselves a day's legwork.
¿Y esta señora con quién habla si no es dependiente?
Just don't know how to dance.
Nosotros vamos a mirar a ver si hay... No. Vamos a mirar primero la tienda.
LAPD, Detective Phelps and Galloway.
Clem Feeney, what can I do for you?
Did you happen to see a young woman last night? 21 years old, Hispanic?
Sure, she came by last night. Why do you ask?
She was wearing a necklace?
I didn't notice.
You weren't paying attention, Feeney?
Hey, you're getting the wrong idea.
Exactly how much fruit do you sell here after midnight, Clem?
Look, not much. I sell the odd bottle on the side to the after-hours crowd. Look, I don't want any trouble. I'm just trying to make a buck.
Bien, contacto
The
con
young
la-
lady arrived around midnight?
Yeah, something like that. Used the phone for a cab and then left.
You already knew Mrs. Maldonado, didn't you, Clem?
Sure, I met her before. She seemed like a nice lady. Her husband went apeshit one day when he caught me talking to her. She hadn't been back until last night.
Toma,
Where did she
venga.
go from here?
She wanted a cab, but I couldn't get her one. I was about to offer to drive her, but a car pulled up and she got into that.
Something bad happened to her, Clem. And so far, we have her husband as a suspect, and you. Give us something that will make us go away.
Me? You think it was me? Do I look like a violent man?
No, sí, ya sabía yo que esta la iba a
Do you
hacer.
mind if we look
Bueno,
around?
no está mal.
Why would you want to do that?
Because we say so.
I guess you can. Hey, don't you have to get a court order or something? I have rights.
Clem? Shh.
I got a call back.
A ver. Mira. Cuando llegamos aquí se pone música. Pues vamos a mirar por aquí.
No wonder he stays open late at night. People have to get their vitamins. Check through this stuff before we get back out there.
Son las mismas botellas. No pone nada, no deja hacer nada. ¿Esto es un lápiz de labios? Okay.
I cut someone who was already dead.
It's a typical power thing.
Detén a Clint
Once the
Finney.
stiff is dead, the
Bisturí.
creep usually feels they can do whatever they like. They must have seen it during the war.
No se gira más.
This fruit stall punk gets about 10 seconds to explain before I pull his fucking arms off.
Clem!
Ahora estamos persiguiendo. Bueno, pues a perseguir.
God damn it, get after him, Cole. I'll try to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck. We should have grabbed him when we had the chance, Phelps.
When we had the
Está
chance,
loco.
we didn't know he was our guy.
Está muy loco.
Don't go to sleep on me. Get me back in close.
Strange that he'd leave a trail of blood right back to his own market.
Maybe he wanted to be caught. A lot of them do.
¡Hola! ¡Que el vato!
The fruit guy's getting away, Phelps.
It's almost too perfect, isn't it?
There's no such thing as too perfect.
¡Oh, mierda! Joder. Que- Ahí está. ¿Dónde vas a ir? ¿Derecha o izquierda? No, a ningún lado.
Now who's about to get picked? Keep it steady and I'll try to bust his tires. Now!
Detenido.
You're a sick man, Clem. You need help.
Outstanding job on this case, gentlemen. The poor woman can now rest in peace. I'll pay the fiend a personal visit myself and remind him that crime in this city does not go unpunished. When they finish with him at the receiving hospital, we'll have him up before the grand jury. I have a meeting this afternoon with the mayor, lads. I'll be sure to mention your names. Now, on your way.
¿Será otro ascensor? Se ha cogido las botellas el cabrón. ...17 de 17. Heridos. Bueno, gente, pues hasta aquí el capítulo de hoy. Y así el siguiente ya empezamos otra vez, otro caso. Espero que os esté gustando. A mí me está encantando. Me parece un auténtico juegazo. Pues lo dicho, si os gusta, dad like. Si no, pues dad like igual. Venga.